You should not exist. And I mean that literally. Not as an insult, because the odds of you, sitting here, listening these words, breathing this air, feeling this moment, are so astronomically small that mathematicians don't even have a word for how impossible you are. But you're here anyway, and that should completely change the way you see every single day of your life. Let me show you why. 13.8 billion years ago, there was nothing. And I mean you to really sit with that word, nothing, because your brain is going to resist it. Your mind will try to picture a vast, dark, empty room, black space, silence. But that's still something. That's still space existing. True nothing means no space, no time, no darkness, because darkness requires space to exist in. No silence, because silence requires air and ears and a universe. Just nothing. And then, in a fraction of a second so small it doesn't have a name, everything exploded into existence. An explosion of space itself. And here's something nobody tells you about that moment. It almost didn't work. The ratio of matter to antimatter after the Big Bang was almost perfectly equal. If they had been perfectly equal, they would have annihilated each other completely. The universe would have collapsed back into nothing before a single atom had time to form. But for every 1 billion antimatter particles, there were 1,000,000,001 matter particles. One extra particle per billion. That invisible imbalance is the reason the universe exists, the reason stars exist, the reason you exist. You are the descendant of the luckiest particle in all history. For hundreds of millions of years after the Big Bang, the universe sat in total, perfect darkness. No stars, no light, just cold clouds of hydrogen gas slowly pulling together under gravity. Astronomers call this the cosmic dark ages. And then, slowly, in scattered pockets across billions of light years, gravity won. Gas clouds collapsed, pressure built, temperature spiked, and the first stars switched on. Those first stars were monsters, hundreds of times larger than our sun, burning so hot they lived for only a few million years before dying in explosions so violent they outshone entire galaxies. And in those explosions, those supernovae, something miraculous happened. The hydrogen and helium inside those stars got cooked, fused into new, heavier elements: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, iron, calcium. The building blocks of life forged in the cores of dying stars and blasted across the cosmos. The iron in your blood was made in a supernova. The oxygen in your lungs right now, every breath you take, was created inside a star that died billions of years before Earth existed. You are not just made of star stuff, you are recycled star stuff. You are the universe's way of reusing its greatest creations. 4.5 billion years ago, in a quiet arm of an ordinary spiral galaxy, leftover debris from a newborn star began clumping together. And one of those rocks ended up in exactly the right place. Not too close to the sun, it would have burned. Not too far, it would have frozen. Right in the narrow band where liquid water can exist, the Goldilocks zone. But that's just the beginning. Earth also needed the right size. Too small and gravity can't hold an atmosphere. Too large and it becomes a crushing toxic blanket. Earth needed a large moon to stabilize its axial tilt. Without it, our planet would wobble wildly, swinging between catastrophic extremes. Earth needed a magnetic field to shield life from the solar wind. Mars lost its magnetic field, lost its atmosphere, and became a frozen desert. And Earth needed Jupiter, the giant planet sitting in the outer solar system like a gravitational bodyguard, pulling in the asteroids and comets that would otherwise rain down on us. Remove any one of these, just one, and Earth is dead. Scientists estimate fewer than 1 in a billion planets in our galaxy have all these conditions simultaneously. 1 in a billion. And even then, having a habitable planet isn't enough, because life still had to actually start. No one fully knows how life began. That sentence should stop you cold. We've split atoms, mapped the human genome, sent machines to the edge of the solar system, and we still don't completely understand how the first living cell came to exist. But somehow, 3.8 billion years ago, likely near deep ocean hydrothermal vents, molecules began to self-replicate. Chemistry crossed the line into biology. And what followed was 3.8 billion years of evolution. Single cells became complex cells. Complex cells became multicellular life. Life became plants, animals, nervous systems, brains, minds. For 99% of Earth's history, the most complex life on this planet was invisible to the naked eye. The dinosaurs ruled for 165 million years and were wiped out by a single rock. One asteroid, 6 miles wide at exactly the wrong angle. And that extinction, that catastrophe, is the reason mammals survived, the reason primates evolved, the reason humans exist. The death of the dinosaurs was the birth of your family tree. Now let's talk about you specifically. Go back just 20 generations, roughly 500 years, and you have over 1 million direct ancestors. Go back to the beginning of modern humans, 300,000 years ago, and the number becomes incomprehensible. And every single one of them had to survive. They survived ice ages that buried continents under glaciers miles thick. They survived plagues that killed half of entire civilizations. They survived wars, droughts, and disasters that wiped out entire populations. The Black Death killed between 30 and 60% of Europe. 1 in every 2 people died. Your ancestors were in the other half, every single time. One broken link, one ancestor who died before having children, one plague, one war, one famine that took someone in your line before they found their partner, and you would never have existed. Not just impossible, insanely so. Now, scientists have tried to calculate the odds of you existing, accounting for the probability of your parents meeting, staying together, the right sperm meeting the right egg across every generation of your ancestry, going back to the dawn of life. The probability of you existing is approximately 1 in 10 to the power of 2,685,000. That is a 10 followed by over 2 million zeros. The number of atoms in the entire observable universe is only 10 to the power of 80. You are more improbable than the number of atoms in the universe. Every diamond ever mined, every rare, precious stone ever pulled from the earth is ordinary compared to you. You are the rarest thing that has ever existed. Not metaphorically, but mathematically. Here's what I want you to understand. The universe doesn't care about most things. Stars burn out and no one mourns them. Galaxies collide in silence. Planets form and die in the dark billions of light years from anything that could witness them. But you notice. You look up at the night sky and feel something. You hear music and it moves you. You see someone you love and your chest tightens. You read words and ideas form in your mind that never existed before. You are the universe experiencing itself. For 13.8 billion years, the cosmos was just physics, particles and forces and equations with no one to observe them. And then, through a chain of events so unlikely it defies comprehension, matter arranged itself into something that could look back. You are the universe's eyes. You are the cosmos asking itself, what am I? So, when you wake up tomorrow and feel like your life doesn't matter, remember the nothing. Remember the dying stars that made your bones. Remember the 1 in a billion planet. Remember every ancestor who survived everything the world threw at them so that one day you could be born. The cosmos spent 13.8 billion years building up to you. So, when you feel small, you are made of the largest things that have ever existed. When you feel insignificant, the universe has been working to this moment for longer than you can imagine. When you feel like giving up, every single one of your ancestors refused to. You are not an accident. You are not a coincidence. You are the universe.